In this video, we're going to be taming the new Veilwyn, the little ice fox that got released with the Lost Colony expansion pass. So, as you can see here, as it looks like there's several of them, this is one of its abilities. But to tame these guys, it's honestly a weird tame. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a tame like this, outside of like maybe one or two. So the easiest way to see is find the one that is usually running away from you. There you go. As you can see there, it says claim. Like I said, it is probably the easiest tame ever. I mean, you just walk up to it, claim it, and now it's a companion. How cool is that? We got another companion. Glad to see this feature being used in Ark. These guys are so cool. Now let's get to an area where we can test this out. So this guy has some different little abilities, and we can activate them using the whistle. First off, let's start with one. We have the sit, so we can sit. It'll sit down. Of course, kind of like the Armadillo, and it'll stay there. And then we have moral support speed, and that's going to give us a little buff. And with that buff, we're going to have extra movement speed. So with that buff, we're going to be able to run a little quicker. We'll have to kind of do a little test here. We'll turn that off, and then we'll turn on this one, and then we'll get into it next. So with the speed, I mean, we're running. And there. Well, I guess we should have started differently. Give me one moment. Let me set up a little timer type deal. So here's me running without the buff. We'll run here. We'll stop. Now we'll activate the buff. Let it take effect. And now we'll run this way. Of course, we'll have to shave off just a few seconds, but we will display that time and take a look at that. Next up, we have the one that we activated, defensive. It's going to give us a little bit, of course, defense, reducing the damage you take. You know, pretty simple there. And then the next one we have is we're supposed to activate offensive, but because we activated too many times, it's not going to show us. So give me 1 second. So we've got offensive here. And of course, it kind of changes the way he looks. But when it comes to offensive, we're going to get a little increase in our melee damage. Well, damage in general. Not just melee damage, but damage in general. Let's kind of show that. Let's punch you. Oh, we're doing 6. So let's just turn on speed, and we'll see how much damage we do again. I do think it's not much of a damage, but it's a good little bit, a good little amount. What should we do there? I didn't even see. I was not even looking in the right. Okay. Maybe you shouldn't have done it on a creature that was going to run away really quickly. Not quickly, but quicker than I am. Clearly, the swiftness is not that crazy. Come on. Can we test this before? There we go. So we're still doing 6. So I didn't see a buff there. Kind of weird. So we got Tundra Swiftness, and that's going to give us even more speed when combined with the moral support. And then we've got Tundra Power, which is going to give us that offensive. So let's turn that on. And then Tundra Power. Now let's see what we do. Of course, we've got it for a minute now. And I think we should do more. Yeah, we did 2 extra damage for 1 punch. So nothing too crazy. And then we've got Tundra Endurance, which is going to give us a little bit of a healing effect for a second. So a little bonus healing. Pretty cool. And of course, all these can be activated through the whistle system, which was kind of like the Armadillo. And we're going to turn the call friends on, and we'll activate that here in a moment. Let's get the whistle down. Same kind of whistle we had with the Armadillo. And like I said earlier, why there were so many is because they can clone themselves and duplicate. And you can't really interact with any of these, but it does duplicate, and they will attack when told to. So let's do that. Let's whistle that. They're going to teleport over there, right on top, and they're going to do damage. And look at that. I mean, a Parasaur, nothing too crazy, but they do some decent damage for a small creature. And of course, there's 3 of them, so you're getting 3 times the amount. And that only lasts for roughly a minute and a half. And that is everything. We also have little emotes so we can pet him. And kind of like the Armadillo, he'll jump over or roll over, not really jump over. But yeah, that's the Veilwyn. A little cool little creature. Pretty simple tame, pretty easy. Honestly, I figured it was going to be a more complex tame, not as simple as claiming. I mean, the Armadillo, we just had to drop food for, so, I mean, couldn't get much more difficult than that. And, well, we went simpler. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you later.